Anybody can go live.
बिल्कुल रेड क्रॉस डोनेशन लग रहा है तो घंटे वजह से
You can start.
Okay, let's start. Hare Krishna. Haribo, we're starting.
Backbenchers.
All right, we'll go to chapter 16 now. Lord Parasuram destroys the world's ruling class. Next one. Shri Shuka Vacha. Pitropashikshito Ramas. Tatheti Kuru Nandana. Samvatsaram Tirtha Yatram. Charitvashramam Mavrajad. Sukadeva Goswami said, my dear Maharaj Parikshit, son of the Kuru dynasty, when Lord Parashuram was given this order by his father, he immediately agreed, saying, let it be so. For 1 complete year, he traveled to holy places. Then he returned to his father's residence. So it's interesting, they travel for 1 whole year. Text 2. Kadachit Renukayata Gangayam Padmamalinam Gandharvarajam Kridantam Apsarobir Apasyata. Once when Renuka, the wife of Jamadagni, went to the bank of the Ganges to get water, she saw the king of the Gandharvas, decorated with a garland of lotuses and sporting in the Ganges with celestial women, Apsaras. Text 3. Vilokayanti kridantam Mudakartam Nadim Gata Homa Velamna Sasmara Kinchit Chitra Rata Sriha. She had gone to bring water from the Ganges, but when she saw Chitra Rata, the king of the Gandharvas, sporting with the celestial girl, she was somewhat inclined toward him and failed to remember that the time for the fire sacrifice was passing. So she saw some dancing pastime, so she was just sitting there watching. You know, sometimes you tell your kids to go and buy and come back, and they go and then they take so long. You ask them what happened, I was watching something. So the fire time for fire sacrifice.
It's 10th chapter, Krishna. Gandharva Nanam Chitra.
Yeah.
The same Chitra.
I'm not sure. Yeah, have to find out. Now, yeah, okay. Text 4. Kalatyayam tam vilokya Mune Shapa Vishankita Agatya Kalasham Tastau Purudaya Kritanjalihi. Later understanding that the time for offering the sacrifice had passed, Renuka feared a curse from her husband. Therefore, when she returned, she simply put the water pot before him and stood there with folded hands. So she became very frightened. Text 5. Vyabhicharam muninyatva Patnya prakupito bravid Natainam putraka papam Iti uktastena chakrire. The great sage Jamadagni understood the adultery in the mind of his wife. Therefore, he was very angry and told his sons, my dear sons, kill this sinful woman. But the sons did not carry out his order. Now, in those days, in Kali Yuga, you think in the mind any nonsense is not considered sinful. But in the previous age, you can't think also. So Renuka was thinking like that. Now we understand why she was watching, because she felt a lot of attraction to Chitraradha, the Gandharva king. The Gandharvas are very celestial beings and they're very beautiful beings. So she fell for that. So Jamadagni is also a very powerful sage, so he could read his mind of his wife, and he knew she was thinking like this. So he got very angry. And again, you see why anger is not good. So then he wants his sons to kill the mother. Obviously, it's not easy. How would you ask your sons to kill? So they all just stood and not carry out the order. Text 6. Rama Sanchodita Pitra Ratrinmatra Sahavadi Prabhavanyo Mune Samya Samadhis Tapasascha Saha. Jamadagni then ordered his youngest son, Parasurama, to kill his brothers who had disobeyed this order and his mother who had mentally committed adultery. Lord Parasurama, knowing the power of his father, who was practiced in meditation and austerity, killed his mother and brothers immediately. Now, this is too much, for ordinary people like us to read and say, my God, this is too much. I don't want to accept. And nowadays, if any kid reads this, they think they might be able to do this and get away with it. As it is, they shoot people in the schools and so on. They may think their father is Jamadagni, But here there's a difference. When we read this, we should be careful because we shouldn't let people understand incorrectly. Here, Jamadagni is so powerful that he could even bring back dead people. Okay, so therefore, Parasuram, knowing this, he decided, yes, better to follow my father's order than refuse. He might even curse me, So therefore, he agreed to do that. So text 7. Varena Chandayamasa Prita Satyavati Sutaha Gavrehatanam Ramopi Jivitam Chasmritam Vade. Jamadagni, the son of Satyavati, was very much pleased with Parashurama and asked him to take any benediction he liked. Lord Parasurama replied, let my mother and brothers live again and not remember having been killed by me. This is the benediction I asked. So it's like movie, sometimes a good ending, But everyone knows what happened, right? Text 8, huh?
Happily ever after.
Happily ever after, so-called happily ever. Text 8. Uttastuste kushalino Nidra papaya ivanjasa Pitur vitvam stapo viryam Ramaschakre suridvadam. Thereafter, by the benediction of Jamadagni, Lord Parasurama's mother and brothers immediately came alive and were very happy, as if awakened from sound sleep. Lord Parasurama had killed his relatives in accordance with his father's order because he was fully aware of his father's power, austerity, and learning. So we have to understand this is a different category of people. They're very powerful people. They could do certain things. We shouldn't think, anyone can do this, Yeah. Text 9. Yarjunasya sutam rajan smaranta swapitur vadam Ramavira parabhuta levere sharmana kwachi. My dear King Parikshit, the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna, who were defeated by the superior strength of Parashurama, never achieved happiness, for they always remembered the killing of their father. So you remember when Parshuram went to the Kartavirya Arjuna's place, Mahismati, and killed Kartavirya Arjuna. And the sons, how many sons?
10,000.
10,000 sons. They are all still brooding and holding grudge, how to take revenge, Now, we should also ask ourselves, all of us, that, when something bad happens, do we go through the same feelings, emotions, and so on? It is possible that we will go through the same way, as the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna. But the question is, what will we do? Huh? What will you do, you know? Huh?
Sometimes nothing.
Sometime nothing, sometime you will ask the police, the law to do something, right? We want something so that is some closure in our lives. But if you don't, then if you let it brood without even speaking about it, you need an outlet, actually. You need kind and loving people to talk to so that the sadness and the distress in the heart can be appeased. Otherwise, that fire, if it's not properly maintained or, you know, it will overwhelm us. And then we will want to take revenge. So this is what you will learn here. Yeah.
One question.
Yeah.
Just 2 verses back, you said that Parshuram knew that Janmadagni's power, and maybe he was kind of worried that he will also get cursed. So that was an actual reason for Parshuram to kill
It
his
says
mother
there,
and his brother.
Prabhupada mentions that he knew his father's prowess.
Yeah, so he was worried that he may also get cursed.
Well, no, not necessarily. I was saying, I was postulating that it's possible that his father might curse him also, which is quite common in those days, right? You can read. Huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Prabhupada does say that.
He does say that, right?
Yeah.
Which verse, Prabhu? Which verse for
6.
6. He does say
Second
that.
line. First line.
Yeah, and then also.
Oh yeah, he does
Yeah,
curse.
that he may
So
get
I was
cursed.
right.
Yeah. The next line.
So I was right then. Okay. Well, irregardless, we should be very careful in our situation. Whatever our position in life is, we should be very careful. We should not become offensive to people because you never know what the repercussion can be. You know, sometimes you may think, oh, this person is nobody and I can, you know, treat them, maltreat them, and then they may be somebody actually. So we can see what happened to Kartavirya Arjuna. He learned the hard way. Yeah, he gave his life to learn. Yeah, text 10. Ekadashramato Rame. Huh?
9th.
9 or 10?
They did.
Yeah. Okay. Sabratari vanam gate vairam shishada dayishavo labda chidra upagaman. Once when Parashurama left the ashram for the forest with Vasuman and his other brothers, the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna took the opportunity to approach Jamadagni's residence to seek vengeance for their grudge. Text 11. Dristvagni agara asinam avisheta diyam munim Bhagavati uttama shloke Jagnuste Papa Nischayaha. The sons of Kartavirya Arjuna were determined to commit sinful deeds. Therefore, when they saw Jamadagni sitting by the side of the fire to perform yajna and meditating upon the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is praised by the best of selected prayers, they took the opportunity to kill him. And remember, when you if you do not understand the situation in your life, whatever anger you have towards person can overwhelm you. And in the same way, we see here similarly, Kartavirya Arjuna's sons became so obsessed in wanting to take revenge, they came here to kill another person. It's not easy to take lives, actually. It's not easy. So to want to commit a sinful deed like that, to take someone's life, it's horrible actually.
Especially sage.
A sage, a muni who's worshipping, yeah. So you can see although they are supposed to be Kshatriyas, they are not honorable. They don't understand what they are meant to do. They're supposed to protect a Brahmana. But here they have gone out of their way to kill a Brahmana. So
But Prabhu, Janmadagni didn't kill. It was Parshuram who killed.
yeah, but when you are angry and want to take revenge, you will make everything meaningful.
And even Janmadagni was quiet. He let the Kamdenu go.
Yeah,
right? And
but-
then also they want to kill Janmadagni, but not Parshuram.
Yeah, they were afraid of Parshuram. They've seen how he can, they cannot face him. They know they cannot face him. They ran away, remember? Yeah, but they want to take revenge. So if you hate someone and you can't get revenge on them, what do? You get after those they are close to them, right? So that way you hurt them more than to directly kill them. Yeah. So you have to understand it's a psychology. Yeah. We sometimes think 1 + 1 is 2, and that's how we think it should happen. But sometimes there's more to it than just that. Yeah. So here you can see anger and the desire for revenge and so on can overwhelm a person's good nature. And the bad qualities come out. And when bad qualities come out, they will do anything. And you are astonished sometimes how people do things, right? They kill people. If you read, usually news means always killing there. So you will read how people are nowadays. They are terrible. They do terrible things out there. And not only that, the media shows movies and so on where they do innovative way of killing people, right? And so all these impressions in the mind are there. And so people take on and think it's okay. Yeah. After you become numb, you don't feel anymore. You will do anything foolish, Yeah.
Car.
Recently,
Huh?
Ashmi's, she got a patient, so he was hurt by his stepson with a hammer. He just put hammer on his head. He was brought to hospital in very critical condition.
Exactly, right? We cannot imagine, but you can see if someone's so angry, they can do that. Okay. Text 12. Yachamana kripanaya Ramamatrati darunaha Prasaya shira utkritya Ninyuste shatra bandavaha. With pitiable prayers, Renuka, the mother of Parasurama and wife of Jamadagni, begged for the life of her husband. But the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna, being devoid of the qualities of Kshatriyas, were so cruel that despite her prayers, they forcibly cut off his head and took it away. They took the whole head away. Text 13. Renuka dukkha sokharta Nignanti atmanam atmana Rama rameti tateti Vichukro sochakai sati. Lamenting in grief for the death of her husband, the most chaste Renuka struck her own body with her hands and cried very loudly, "Oh Rama, my dear son Rama." So she's asking her son to come and help. 14. Tad upasrutya durasta Harameti artavatswanam Parayashramam asadya Dadrishu pitaram hatam. Although the sons of Damadagni, including Parasarama, were a long distance from home, as soon as they heard Renuka loudly calling, "Oh Rama, oh my son son," they hastily returned to the ashrama where they saw their father already killed. Text 15. Te dukkha rosha marsharti shoka vega vimohitaha atata sadhu dharmishta tyaktvasman svargato bhavan. Virtually bewildered by grief, anger, indignation, affliction, and lamentation, the sons of Jamadagni cried, "O Father, most religious, saintly person, you have left us and gone to the heavenly planets." Text 16. Vilapyaivam piturdeham nidaya bratrishu swayam pragriya parasum ramaha shatrantaya manodade. Thus lamenting, Lord Parashurama entrusted his father's dead body to his brothers and personally took up his axe, having decided to put an end to all the Kshatriyas on the surface of the world. So now instead of just one family of Kshatriyas, he decided all the Kshatriyas are not qualified. Basically, that's the main reason. The Kshatriyas at that time became very puffed up and they were usurping their positions and putting the Brahmanas down. Text 17. Gatva mahismatim ramo brahmagna vihata shriyam esham sa shirshabhi rajan madhya chakre mahagirim. O king, Lord Parashurama then went to Mahismati, which was already doomed by the sinful killing of a Brahmana. In the midst of that city, he made a mountain of heads severed from the bodies of the sons of Kartavirya Arjuna. So it was inevitable. He's so powerful, you can't stop him. And they couldn't run anywhere. So he caught them and killed all of them. Text 18 and 19. Tat raktena nadim goram Brahmanya Bhayavaham Hetum Kritva Pitri Vadam Shatre Mangala Karini Prishapta Kritva Pritivim Kritva Nikshatriyam Prabhu Samanta Panchakher Chakre Shonito Radanava. With the blood of the bodies of these sons, Lord Parashurama created a ghastly river, which brought great fear to the kings who had no respect for Brahminical culture. Because the Kshatriyas, the men of power and government, were performing sinful activities, Lord Parashurama, on the plea of retaliating for the murder of his father, rid all the Kshatriyas from the face of the earth 21 times. Indeed, in the place known as Samanta Panchaka, he created 9 lakes filled with their blood. This is very ghastly. The anger of the Lord displayed. So
9 lakes.
9 lakes, yeah. So, but you must understand, each time how many Akshahunis he destroyed, you do not know, how many gallons, nowadays we ask people to come and give blood donation. But in those days, he had 9 lakes. He made it very easily. Wonder what blood type they were.
Yes, your mixed blood type.
Maybe the O negative, that
Oh,
eight, so this late.
okay. There were 9 of them. Yeah. So you can see, he used the excuse of his killing of his father to kill the Kshatriyas at that time, because they were not following. They are, according to Srila Prabhupada's translation, these kings were all very sinful also. So they didn't deserve to occupy the posts of Kshatriyas. They didn't deserve to be kings. They didn't deserve to rule anymore. So Prabhupada says, according to the laws of nature, whether at the time of Parasuram or at the present, if the government becomes irresponsible and sinful, not caring for Brahminical culture, there will certainly be an incarnation of God like Parasuram to create a devastation by fire, famine, pestilence, or some other calamity. So we can see something like this sort of happening around the world. Huh? There's a lot of famine, or in California, is fire every year, right? And in some African countries, you see pestilence, yeah, many things, or earthquake.
Yeah, when we had
What-
COVID, this particular line
COVID,
being
yeah.
sent in WhatsApp
Yeah,
by Prabhupada.
Yes,
This
sir.
purport, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so whenever the government disrespects the supremacy of the personality of Godhead and fails to protect the institution of Varnashram Dharma, it will certainly have to face such catastrophes as formerly brought about by Lord Parasuram. Yeah. Yeah, so it can come in different ways. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Not necessarily someone comes and chops people's head off, but as Prabhu said, COVID, disease like that. Now, which disease? Yeah. There's one.
There's one coming up. I don't know what the name.
Flu, bird flu, right? The cows and all are having it now. So they say that might be the next one. They're all now shaking in their feet. So line up, go for a
Next.
jab again.
They've already released trailer. It's like the movie coming. Okay, that's next.
Yeah, if you live a sinful life, things happen, for a reason. So therefore, we should do a lot more Sankirtan, and that brings about balance in the world. We actually have to bring the balance because these people are very ignorant. They don't know what they are doing. So we should do more Sankirtan, more prasad distribution like this. And then we'll see some changes, because when they take prasadam and they hear Harinam, there will be a consciousness purification, they shift and they may think favorably. Yeah. Okay, text 20. Pitu kayena sandaya shira adaya barhishi sarvadeva mayam devam atmanam ayajan makai. Thereafter, Parasurama joined his father's head to the dead body, and placed the whole body and head upon kusha grass. By offering sacrifices, he began to worship Lord Vasudeva, who is the all-pervading supersoul of all the demigods and of all living entity. So he's praying Shirodakasha Vishnu. Text 21 and 22. Dada prachim disham hotre Brahmani dakshinam disham Advaryave pratichim vai Udgatre uttaram disham Anyebhyo vantaradishaha Kashyapaya cha madhyataha Aryavartam upadrastre Sadasyebhya satha param. After completing the sacrifice, Lord Parasurama gave the eastern direction to the Hota as a gift, the south to the Brahma, the west to the Advaryu, the north to the Udgata, and the four corners, northeast, southeast, northwest, and southwest, to the other priests. He gave the middle to Kashyapa, and the place known as Aryavarta to the Upadrasta. Whatever remained, he distributed among the Sadasyas, the associate priests. So this is a Vedic sacrifice. So they have the appropriate main priests who chant the four Vedas in different corners, and then the subsequent other priests, the chanters, the reciters, and the main priest, and then his assistants. So they get different portions of the sacrifice. So Himalaya mountains and the Vindhya hills, that region is known as Aryavarta. Yeah, that's what Prabhupada says. Okay. Text 23. Tataschava Britashnana Viduta Shesha Kilbishaha Saraswatyam Mahanadyam Reje Vyabra Ivam Suman. Thereafter, having completed the ritualistic sacrificial ceremonies, Lord Parasurama took the bath known as the Avabrita Snana. Standing on the bank of the great river Saraswati, clear of all sins, Lord Parasurama appeared like the sun in a clear, cloudless sky. So these holy rivers have power to clear sin. That's why we go to Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. I think Saraswati is no more flowing, right? It's underground now. It's underground. Yeah.
Starting point is still there.
Yeah, but it's all underground.
Above. Yeah, we saw
Deep pool.
Beam pool.
Last village, India.
Mana.
Yeah, it was there.
Yeah.
The last.
Really, yeah? Nice.
We saw that. When we crossed the beam pool.
Oh,
So Mansarovar is also.
So Prabhupada explains about all these things that are happening. He says the whole problem of life in this repetition of birth and death is the repetition of birth and death. Therefore, one is advised to work to perform yajna meant for satisfying Lord Vishnu. Although Lord Parasuram was an incarnation of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, he had to account for sinful activities. He has to set example. Otherwise, people just kill and they think it's okay to kill. So he's showing that you have to, purify yourself. Anyone in this material world, however careful he may be, must commit some sinful activities, even though he does not want to. For example, one may trample many small ants and other insects while walking on the street and kill many living beings unknowingly. Therefore, the Vedic principles of Pancha Yajna, 5 kinds of recommended sacrifice, is compulsory. In this age of Kali, however, there's a great concession given to people in general. Yagnai Sankirtana Praye Yajantihi Sumelsa, which is the chanting of the holy name. Okay. And this is brought by Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu for this age. Prabhupada says we are surrounded by unlimited sins, and therefore it is compulsory that one takes to Krishna consciousness and chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Right? So every day we should do without fail, not just one time only, or maybe every Janmashtami I chant, not like this. So we should do daily. Then your whatever sin, for example, you can yawn, I've seen people yawn and the fly go inside. Right? That's a sin also. Right? So you do not know, you buy some vegetables and you cook, you some tiny insect you wash didn't come out. But the sabji tastes good. So you do not know what sin you're committing. So better to chant nicely, So Prabhupada, I mentioned this before also. My Guru Maharaj asked Prabhupada, so many things difficult. Prabhupada saying you cannot purify everything. But the best thing to do is offer everything to Krishna, then he will take care. That's why you have to cook and offer, not go outside and eat, Don't know what is in there. Text 24. Swadeham jamadagnistu Lagva samyana lakshanam Rishinam mandale sobut Saptamo Rama pujitaha. Thus Jamadagni, being worshipped by Lord Parasurama, was brought back to life with full remembrance, and he became one of the 7 sages in the group of 7 stars, Sapta Rishis, Mandala. Right? You can see sometimes when there's no clouds in Seattle, whenever that happens, you can see. And you can see. Have you all seen that? Huh? It is in the. Yeah.
Back in India, we used to.
Yeah, you can see it in like in the southern hemisphere, it's much easier. Sky is much cleaner there. Yeah. But here you can't see. So the 7 great sages who lived there are Kashyapa, Atri, Vashishta, Vishwamitra, Gautama, Jamadagni, and Bharadwaja. So you can see every night Prabhupada say. And they go around the pole star, the North Star, and then they go around this.
Shaptarishi Ashram.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, all the Gotras are from them only.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, that's where they are. Text 25. Jamadagniyopi Bhagavan
Jabadagnovi Bhagavan
Rama Kamala Lochana
Rama
Agamini Antare Rajan
Rajan
Vartayishyati Vaibrihad. My dear King Parikshit, in the next Manvantara, the lotus-eyed personality of Godhead, Lord Parasurama, the son of Damadagni, will be a great propounder of Vedic knowledge. In other words, he will be one of the 7 sages. So he'll take over as one of the Saptarishis in the next cycle. So he's still alive. Parasuram is still alive. He's in he's in Badrika Ashram also, right? With the meditating. Huh?
Mahendra, that's his place.
Mahindra. Yeah.
Mahendra Giri.
Yeah.
Mahendra Giri.
Giri, the mountain there. Yeah. So he's still around, just like many others.
So Prabhu, one clarification. Parshuram was performing the after death ceremony for Janmadagni. But it says that Janmadagni wasn't
Hey guys, Jamadagni. Yeah.
Jamadagni.
So he again came to life. So my question is Parshuram did those activities to bring him back to life, or it was just a plan?
I think let me see, what Prabhupada doesn't say like that. He worshipped Lord Vasudev. He began to worship. So maybe he wanted the Lord to bring his father back. Yeah. Because the other ceremonies are different, no? Here he offered everything to the Lord.
So he was performing in that sense to bring him back to life.
I can't tell.
But it had his body and there.
Yeah, well, many times dead people will have different names we put together in the mortuary and then bring back also. So not necessarily he wanted. It doesn't say. I can't say. I'm not going to say yes or no. Yeah. Okay.
Which verse is that?
No, it's in the last 3 verses.
24th verse, that he brought back to life.
20, 21, 22, 23, and then 24, and then 25 you have it. Yeah. But no, he doesn't have it.
Yeah.
I don't think so. Vishwanath Chakravarti doesn't say. Okay, in the next verse 26, we find out where Parasuram is. Astidvaipi Mahendra Drau Nyasta Danda Prachantadi Upagiyamana Charitaha Siddha Gandharva Charani. Lord Parashurama still lives as an intelligent Brahmana in the mountainous region known as Mahendra. Completely satisfied, having given up all the weapons of a Kshatriya, he is always worshipped, adored, and offered prayers for his exalted character and activities by such celestial beings as the Siddhas, Charanas, and Gandharvas. Where is Mahendra region?
Yeah, Mahendra Giri, that's in the same
Where?
Himalayas.
Yeah, so around the same place. Yeah.
Location is.
Yeah.
Because this was mentioned that in the Ram, he went back to Mahendra Giri.
Yeah. Yeah, after the meeting of Ram. He was told your duties are over. But he still participated in the Mahabharata.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still participated. He gave more weapons. Yeah.
But as a teacher. As a teacher, but he still fought.
Yeah, yeah.
Odisha Rajya.
Orissa region.
He's saying. No.
Because the Himalayan region is pretty big, so it's close to
मुझे से महेंद्रगिरी पर्वत
Hmm.
भारत के उड़ीसा राज्य के गजपति जिले के समथिंग
No, that may be leaving.
Huh?
This may not be referring to Odisha. I guess.
Anyway, it's there. We know it's there. Text 27. Evam Brigushu Vishvatma
एवं विष्णु विश्वात्मा
Bhagavan Haririshvaraha Avatirya Paravaram Bhuvoham Bahusho Nirpan. In this way, the Supreme Soul, the Supreme Personality of God here, the Lord and the Supreme Controller, descended as an incarnation in the Bhrigu dynasty and released the universe from the burden of undesirable kings by killing them many times. Text 28. Gadir Abun Mahatejaha Sammiddaiva Pavakaha Tapasa Shatram Utsrijya Yolebe Brahma Varchasam. Vishwamitra, the son of Maharaja Gadi, was as powerful as the flames of fire. From the position of a Kshatriya, he achieved the position of a powerful Brahmana by undergoing penances and austerities. Now, Prabhupada says he's finished Parasuram's pastime. Now he's talking about Vishwamitra. Yeah.
Suddenly no connection, right?
I don't know. There must be some reason. So in the purport, Prabhupada wants us to again understand that the whole idea is that you, particularly nowadays, you don't take birth just because you are born in a family of Brahmana. It doesn't mean you are Brahmana. You can perform an activity based on your qualities you have. So if you may say you are born in a family of Brahmana, but if you think like a Vaishya, then you are a Vaishya. If you think like a Shudra, then you are a Shudra. No? But if you think like a Brahmana, then you are a Brahmana. So based on guna and the activities they do, guna karma, that's the main. Hmm? Yes, guna karma vibhava. Yeah. Now, of course, in this age, everything is mixed. You know, everyone can say I'm born this, born that, but you find they have all kinds of mixture. So it's very hard to say, you know, who you are. But by chanting and following Srila Prabhupada's teachings, our sattva guna will become prominent. And then some people may be more inclined, some will be less inclined in Brahminical activities. That's text 29. Vishwamitrasya chaivasam
विश्वामित्रस्य चैवासं
putra eka shatam nirpa madhyamastu madhuchanda madhuchanda saevate. O King Parikshit, Vishwamitra had 101 sons, of whom the middle one was known as Madhuchanda. In relation to him, all the other sons were celebrated as the Madhuchandas. So he was the 51st son, right? Because 50, he's the middle, 50 old and 50, so he must be the 51st son. Yeah, 30, verse 30. Putram kritva shuna sepam
पुत्रं दृष्ट्वा
devaratam cha bhargavam
देवरातं च
ajigartam sutanaha yastaesha prakalpyatam. Vishwamitra accepted the son of Ajigartha, known as Sunashepa, who was born in the Bhrigu dynasty and was also known as Devarata, as one of his own sons. Vishwamitra ordered his other sons to accept Shunashepa as their eldest brother. Text 31. Yo vai Harishchandra Make
Yo vai Harishchandramake
Vikrita Purusha Pashu
Vikrita Purusha Pashu
Stutva Deva Prajeshadim
Suturadeva Rajeshadi
Mumuche Pasha Bandhana.
Muche Pasha
Shunashepa's father sold Shunashepa to be sacrificed as a man animal in the yagna of King Harishchandra. Now we remember the pastime. When Shunashepa was brought into the sacrificial arena, he prayed to the demigods for release and was released by their mercy. Anyway, that's a different pastime. You have to go back a few chapters to see. Huh?
Harichandra.
Harichandra, yeah. Text 32. Yorato deva yajane devargadishu tapasaha devarata iti kyataha shunashepastu bhargavaha. Although Shunashepa was born in the Bhargava dynasty, he was greatly advanced in spiritual life, and therefore the demigods involved in the sacrifice protected him. Consequently, he was also celebrated as the descendant of Gadi named Devarata, because he was adopted by Gadi. Text 33. Ye madhuchanda sojestaha kushalam me nirenatar Ashapatta muni kruddho mlecha bhavata durjanaha. They got cursed. When requested by their father to accept Sunashepa as the eldest son, the elder 50 of the Madhuchandas, the sons of Vishwamitra, did not agree. Therefore, Vishwamitra, being angry, cursed them. May all of you bad sons become Malechas. He said, being opposed to the principles of Vedic culture. So that's how the Malecha culture came, from the descendants of these people. So Prabhupada writes, in former days, the Malechas were fewer and Vishwamitra cursed his sons to become Malechas. But in the present age, Kali Yuga, there's no need of cursing. People are automatically Malechas. Okay. In the end, towards the end of Kali Yuga, the whole entire population will consist of Malechas predominantly. Very few people will be following Vedic culture. Text 34. Soho vacha madhuchandaha sardam panchashata tataha yanno bhavan sanjaniti tasmin stistamahe vayam. When the elder Madhuchandas were cursed, the younger 50, along with Madhuchanda himself, approached their father and agreed to accept his proposal. Dear father, they said, we shall abide by whatever arrangement you like. They may be afraid of cursed. Yeah, right? 35. Jestam mantra drisham chakrus Tvam anvancho vayam smahi Vishwamitra sutanaha Viravanto bhavishyata Yemanam menu grinanto Viravantam akartamam. Thus the younger Madhuchandas accepted Sunasepa as their eldest brother and told him, we shall follow your orders. Vishwamitra then said to his obedient sons, because you have accepted Sunasepa as your eldest brother, I am very satisfied. By accepting my order, you have made me a father of worthy sons, and therefore I bless all of you to become the fathers of sons also. Text 36. Eshava Kushika Viro Devarata Stamanvita Anya Chastaka Harita Jaya Kratumar Adayaha. Vishwamitra said, "O Kushikas, descendants of Kaushika, this Devarata is my son and is one of you. Please obey his orders." O King Parikshit, Vishwamitra had many other sons such as Ashtaka, Harita, Jaya, and Kratuman. So this will be the last verse, text 37. Evam Kaushika Gotram tu
Evam Kaushika Gotram
Vishwamitrai Pritak Vidam
Vishwamitre Prathavidam
Pravarana Varantaram Apannam Taddi Chaivam Prakalpitam. Vishwamitra cursed some of his sons and blessed the others, and he also adopted a son. Thus, there were varieties in Kaushika dynasty, but among all the sons, Devarata was considered the eldest. Thus end the Bhaktivinoda purports of the 9th canto, 16th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, and our Lord Parashurama destroys the world's ruling class. Okay, we stop here. Any comments, reflections, anything you want to correct?
Don't mess with Parsuram.
Don't mess with Parashuram. Yeah.
He's still there.
I'm still there, yeah.
Mahendragiri.
Maybe he tried for
Mahendragiri,
22nd time.
And you have to cross Odisha to go to Bengal.
No, he's meditating. He comes out, he'll kill everyone. We are not qualified. We are so
We are
fallen.
very chance.
Yeah, worse than that.
We are not worth to be silver.
With this sword, no. Yeah, very fun. Anything else? Yeah, these are nice. And then next we will go to Bururava, sons of Bururava. Huh? Again, no, sorry, no, we will stop now. Don't worry.
No, I think we are in a very favorable yuga, Kali yuga. That's
Yeah, the opportunities that are presented for us, we should be grateful. That's the whole thing.
yeah.
Instead of thinking, oh, they had so much power, so much wealth, and so on, we should be very grateful because the opportunity we are getting to go back to the Lord's lotus feet is so wonderful. So we should be very grateful to Srila Prabhupada and his followers. Yeah.
Just like how Jamadagni asked for his wife and sons to be killed, just for his wife, like thinking or something, if that's the case, then in this age, like everybody is
Should be dead by now.
But in Kali Yuga, thinking is no point.
No,
That's
no.
why I'm saying, if it
That's
was,
why we are good at Kali.
In Kali Yuga, if you think good for someone, then you get benefit.
Right.
But if you think bad, you don't
No,
get benefit.
no,
So,
get
but
any
then if you think
purpose.
bad, after a while, you'll do bad.
No, don't.
So it's best not to think bad. Best to think good.
So Prabhuji, the Parsuram killed many kings in Treta Yuga. And then again, in the Dwapara Yuga, many bad kings came again, and then Mahabharata happened.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like every Yuga.
there is bad things. Yeah.
The bad things, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So you can see how they are the same problems keep coming up here, but in different. You can see it differently. The number of bad people are always there, but in Satya Yuga, it's not in the same universe, you can say. Right? Like in the Treta Yuga, it's in the same planet. Same planet. And then in the Dwapara Yuga, it is in the same family. In Kali Yuga, it's in the same person. The bad qualities. That's what. But it's there all the time. It's just that we need to understand, accept it, and do something about it. Yeah.
So is Parsuram killed only on the earth king or
Yes.
other planet too?
No, it's Earth.
Just only Earth.
Samantha Panchaka is near Delhi there, right?
Kurukshetra.
Yeah, around there, yeah. Delhi,
Near
Kurukshetra.
Kurukshetra,
Yeah.
there is a place called Faridabad. So
Faridabad,
the
yeah,
Faridabad,
railway
the
station.
sand is still red. And it is said that the sand is red because of the blood of Mahabharata
Blood.
is still there.
But
Still
because
the-
Parasuram killed, it is auspicious. You can go and take bath in that lake.
That lake, 9 lakes.
Yes,
It's still there,
yeah,
9 lakes.
yes, but the water is not red
Not red.
anymore.
But the sand available in the Faridabad is present.
Still there.
Is still there, is of red color. In Faridabad.
Yeah, so there are things that happened millions of years ago, still we can see.
Mahabharata happened 5,000 years ago.
No, I'm saying that so
Ah,
many
before.
things happened in the past, it's still available. Because the scientists are still digging for bones like dogs,
Yeah,
and then
in
they-
Vrindavan, there is an institute, still, the institute is working, find out the voice of Lord Krishna. They're trying to trace out the voice of Lord Krishna, whatever they have spoken, Gita in the Mahabharata or Chetan, they are searching it out to retract it from the environment.
I don't know how they can do that, but we can hear through Srila Prabhupada,
Yeah.
so we don't need to worry anything else. Yeah, Prabhupada is speaking and Krishna is coming through him. We are hearing Krishna through Prabhupada.
So if no one knows whatever they say,
Yeah.
people have to accept otherwise.
People have, they are accepted.
There's nobody to challenge it because you know. So the scientists do because nobody knows better.
Yeah, they've got the market monopoly.
Exactly.
And he said the Bhagavad Gita in 1.5 hours, I think.
Yeah, about 90 minutes. They were saying 45 minutes, and I said, I can't believe it. It's too fast. There's more emotions, Even when you talk to your own family, it takes more than 1 hour, right? Trying to get things across. Isn't it? Yeah, you can go.
I'll go now.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
See you.
See you.
Doesn't want to go.
No, he wants to go home. He's tired. Yeah. Anything else? Any reflection?
I think one more thing was that power corrupts.
Yeah,
Going
power
on,
corrupts.
That was a very important point.
Yes.
Unless we see that it has been gifted
Given,
by-
yeah.
Like,
No, even if you are given some opportunity to be in a leadership, you should always think, there's a reason why I'm placed by the Lord or by the authorities. I must use it properly. Yeah. Otherwise, we end up like Kartavirya Arjuna.
Now, one more thing I was thinking that just like power, I mean, we also all of us have some or other skills.
Yes. Oh, yeah. He says, make it beautiful.
Yeah. So if the skills are there, then we think, oh, this is mine,
Yeah.
better than others. So
Yeah, I think we need to change the way we see things. Like if someone do something nice, we should encourage them and we should glorify them and say, this is so wonderful. Krishna has gifted you and you're using it properly. We shouldn't covet that, and think, I wish I can do it. I wish the person makes mistake or things like that. Shouldn't think like that. Is asuric qualities. We cultivate asura guna. But when we say and encourage a person for having wonderful qualities, then we are cultivating suragana. That's nice. Yeah, nice. All right, so tomorrow,
no class.
Tomorrow break.
break.
Tomorrow break. And
Break
then,
late.
next day is morning 10 to 1:30.
10 to 1:30 on the 1st.
And then lunch at Rampusi.
Lunch at Ram Tulsi. She's gone to prepare.
Chappan Bhog. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.